Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever looked at old family photos from your grandparents' time and thought, wow, things were so different back then? I'm not just talking about the black and white pictures or the funny hairstyles. I mean the very idea of what a family was, what a home felt like. It's something I think about a lot. And today, I want to take you on a journey through time, exploring how the concepts of family and home have dramatically transformed across generations. Let's start by rewinding the clock to the era of our grandparents, the silent generation, and the early baby boomers. For them, the traditional family was the gold standard. You had a dad who was the primary breadwinner, a mum who was the heart of the home, and usually a handful of kids all living under one roof. The family unit was hierarchical, with clear roles and expectations. Home was a place of stability, a fortress built on routine and shared values. It was often the house you were born in, grew up in, and maybe even inherited. The family was a tight-knit community, a support system that was physically present. Often with grandparents, aunts and uncles living just down the street or even in the same house. The lines between individual identity and family identity were often blurred. You weren't just John or Jane. You were a Smith, and that meant something. Then came the baby boomers and my own generation, Gen X, the latchkey kids. We saw the beginning of a major shift. More and more women entered the workforce, not just out of necessity, but out of a desire for personal fulfillment and careers of their own. This wasn't just a small change. It was a seismic event that sent ripples through the very foundation of the family structure. The dual-income household started to become the new normal. Divorce rates, which were once incredibly low, began to climb. This meant the rise of single-parent households and blended families. Suddenly, family wasn't just one mum, one dad, and 2.5 kids anymore. It could be step-parents, half-siblings, and a weekend schedule that required a color-coded calendar. Home also started to change. It became less of a permanent anchor and more of a home base. Economic pressures and career opportunities meant families were more willing to move, leaving behind the hometowns and extended family networks that had been so central for generations before. For many of us in Gen X, home was a place where you learned to be independent, microwaving your own after-school snack because both parents were at work. Now, let's fast forward to millennials and Gen Z, the generations shaping our world right now. If the previous generations cracked the mold of the traditional family, these digital natives have shattered it and are busy creating something entirely new from the pieces. For millennials and Gen Z, the very definition of family has become incredibly fluid and inclusive. It's no longer strictly defined by blood or marriage. The most important people in your life, your family, might be your closest friends, your chosen family. It could be your roommates who you share late-night talks and takeout with. It could be your online gaming squad who you've never met in person, but who have supported you through thick and thin. Love, support, and mutual respect are the new cornerstones of family, regardless of biological ties or legal documents. This generation has normalized and celebrated diverse family structures. From same-sex parents to co-parenting arrangements and happily single individuals choosing to raise children on their own. And what about home? The digital age has completely revolutionized this concept. For many, home is no longer a fixed physical address. With the rise of remote work, home can be a laptop in a coffee shop in Bali, a van converted into a cozy living space, exploring national parks, or a co-living space shared with other digital nomads in a bustling city. The physical home is often smaller, more minimalist. Experiences are valued over possessions. Instead of a big house in the suburbs, many prefer a small apartment in a walkable city. Home isn't just about the four walls around you. It's about the community you're in, the lifestyle it enables, and the flexibility it offers. The connection isn't just physical anymore. It's digital. We stay connected to our families, both biological and chosen, through constant streams of communication, FaceTime, group chats, shared photo albums. You can be thousands of miles away and still feel intimately involved in each other's daily lives. A family dinner can now happen over a video call, with members joining from different continents. So, what does this all mean? Are these changes good or bad? I don't think it's that simple. It's not about one generation being right and another being wrong. Each of these shifts is a response to the economic, social, and technological realities of its time. The stable, hierarchical family of the past provided a powerful sense of security and belonging in a less certain world. The more flexible, independent families of Gen X were a necessary adaptation to changing economic roles and social norms. And today's fluid, inclusive, and digitally connected families reflect a globalized world where individuality, choice, and diverse forms of connection are celebrated. What's truly fascinating is that we're not just losing old traditions, we're creating new ones. We're finding innovative ways to build communities and find support. Maybe it's a Friendsgiving that's more important than the traditional family Thanksgiving. Maybe it's a group chat that has become your primary source of emotional support. The core human needs for love, belonging, and security haven't changed. What has changed is how we meet those needs. We're redefining family and home on our own terms, creating a beautiful and complex mosaic of what it means to belong in the 21st century. So, I'm curious to hear from you. What does family mean to you? What does home feel like? Are you part of a traditional family, a chosen family, a blended family, or something else entirely? Share your stories and your thoughts in the comments below. I think this is such an important conversation to have. It helps us understand not only where we've come from, but also where we're going. Thanks so much for watching and for joining me on this little journey through time. If you enjoyed this video and it got you thinking, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the way our world is changing. It really helps a lot. Until next time, take care.